Hello my dear Geminis, this is Clarity1129 and welcome to your November 2022 predictions. Hope you're doing well and this energy of the solar eclipse hasn't been too hard on you. Actually, it's just our perception that things are hard because usually during the solar eclipse, our fears come to the surface, and aspects of our shadow side also come into the surface, and that's something which we don't really work on too much because it's not pleasant. It's a side that we tend to hide, so it comes from time to time. The universe brings it up for us so that we can work on it and let it go, so that if we work through our fears and release them, then there's nothing that can hold us back. Alright, so I've done a reading towards the same, and I'll put the link in the description box below. So if you feel called to, do check it out. Alright. So now getting into our reading here, we will be following the usual format, and I will be first taking out one card from the Moonology deck for your overarching energy, and it says full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. And though we had a new moon eclipse, you get this card saying that conclusions are within reach. So if there is something on your mind that you've been waiting for and wondering when it's going to happen, well, it's happening now. Alright, we are going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. This is the latest addition to my collection, and I'm in love with this deck, as I am with all my decks, to be honest with you. So far, there isn't a single deck that I don't like, or so we're going to be taking out 4 cards, one each for the general outlook, love, romance, relationships, finance and career, and spiritual growth. So for the general outlook, we have beautiful Ace of Wands, beautiful energy. For love, romance and relationships, we have the 5 of Wands. Okay. For career and finances, we have the Lovers. Wow, this is the card of Gemini. Okay. And for spiritual growth, we have, the 3 of Swords. Interesting energy for the solar eclipse season. We're going to take out one card from the Lenormand deck to further amplify and or clarify the overarching energy. And we get the key again. Taurus also got the same. So 33 could be relevant to you, or the number 6, the number 3 even. Alright. Now we're going to take out 2 cards from the Tea Leaf Tarot to further amplify and or clarify your general outlook. My eyes are closed. And I'm going to pull out 2 cards. You get the Crown, which says honor and respect will come to you, and Mice, discord among friends or family, and this is amplified with this 5 of Wands here. We'll come to that in a minute. All right. Okay, my dear Geminis, we'll first do the basic reading before we take out additional stuff, the fun stuff as I call it. All right. Let's start here. Oops, sorry for shaking the camera. Alright, so the overarching energy is conclusions are within reach. So if you've been waiting for something to play out, you're been in this energy that you want a conclusion either in your relationships, or you've applied for something and you've been waiting endlessly, whatever it is that you've been waiting for, you're going to get an answer. Now, whether it is in your favor or not, that will be different for each person, but your wait is over. Whatever it is that you're waiting for, the answers you need, they are coming to you. You can finally tie things up, make your decisions. You know, if you've been waiting, only when you come to know this, that you can do this, well, that thing is coming to you right now. So your wait is over. You will get conclusions, you will get answers, so that you can move ahead. You will no longer need to be stagnant, all right? And with this key, and this will be, this particular thing that comes to you will be the key for you to actually move from stagnant energy into action, all right? So this is what you've been waiting for a very long time, and it's actually coming to you this November. And this is so beautiful because you're waiting for this to move, and this is the key for that movement. And look at that, your general outlook is movement. It's a new beginning. It's the Ace of Wands, that too. It's a new beginning in passion, in creativity. It's very powerful, it's very interesting, and it's a lot of movement, all right? And then with this you get honor and respect will come to you. So this is really beautiful. So you are going to start something new. And this is something that you've been waiting for. Maybe for a lot of you, you've applied for something, and now, you know, you finally, say if you've applied for a prestigious university, and you suddenly get that call letter and they say yes, or you've applied for a job in a very prestigious firm. Whatever it is, for each of you is going to be different. You are actually going to get a positive, you know, reply. And so and following that, you know, you'll have this new beginning, and honor and respect will come to you. So this is beautiful energy. Now, while this happens on one end, what do you get for your love, romance, and relationship? You get the Five of Wands, which is all about arguments, fights, all right? So it doesn't have to be anything serious, but it's this constant battle. For some of you, it could be between your head and your heart. So I feel for the singles out there, all right, you're in this energy whether you should carry on with this person or not, you know. I mean, or you may be deciding between two people. You know, your heart says this is the person for me, and your mind says no. I mean, this person may be good in certain ways, but you know, practically this person will give you more happiness, this person's more stable, this other person is not. Whatever it is, this energy you're going to be in. Or it could be that you really like somebody and your family doesn't, because this discord is among your family and friends. Or it doesn't even have to be in a love situation. It could be in your family situation wherein you have a lot of arguments, things are not going very smooth. Maybe you've been offered this prestigious position and you are ready to take it and you've made up your mind, but those around you are not very happy because you've got to go far and you've got to leave your family. So for each of you, it's going to be different. Use your discernment, but it's coming up. Some sort of argument as far as your relationships are concerned. I usually look at it for romantic relationships, but it could be for any other relationship as well, all right? Now, for those of you who are partnered or in commitments at various stages in situationships or in a marriage, again, chances are that it won't be very smooth in this month of November, especially with the solar eclipse energy that we are in right now, which was going to be there for some time. Both you and your partner would be triggered because your fears would come to the surface and your shadow side as well. So it may be a little trying, but nothing's too what do I say? Nothing to worry about. It's not something which is going to be major, because this is not a major arcana. This is a minor arcana. Energies keep changing. So as you process things, you know, you will work through all of this and move ahead. For your career and finances, you get your card, my dear Gemini. It's the card of the Lovers, all right? And this card was traditionally known as a choice. So I feel for a lot of you out there, as far as your career is concerned, you have two very bright options, all right? And you are wondering which way to go. Okay, this all, you know, all of this could be linked, in fact. I feel. Maybe you are getting a wonderful position in some place where there'll be a lot of honor and respect, but in the other place you will possibly not have to go very far. It'll be closer home and you'll get a lot of money, but maybe it's not as prestigious as this other offer wherein you have to leave everyone and go ahead. So you've got two very lucrative offers, all right, and you don't know which way to go. You're spoiled for these two wonderful choices. So for some of you, this is the energy. But you get a chance. One out of these two offers is going to be what your heart wants. And it's going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment. All right? So, and I don't know why I'm getting called that maybe for one or two of you out there, you will even meet your divine counterpart at this particular thing that you do, wherein you follow your heart and not your head. All right? It's just one message which has just come in, and I don't usually get messages when I'm doing a reading. I usually take it from the cards, but this is a very strong thing, so I felt called to say it to you. All right? So this is as far as your career and finances are concerned. Now, for your spiritual growth, you get this card, which is a Three of Swords. So there is something that you have actually been keeping within you for a very long time, my dear Geminis. You know, when Geminis, you interact with a Gemini, they are all light-hearted fun. They don't really wear their sorrows on their sleeve, which is actually something none of the air signs do. But Geminis are the most chirpy and nerdy in their own way. They've got so much to talk about in this, you know, with this energy here, as you can see this card, cross-pollinate. They have people to meet and they have energy to share and they've got knowledge to share. And they do not like sitting in this energy wherein they have to sit and work with painful themes. They'd rather sweep it under the carpet and look at many other things. But I think you've been, for a lot of you out there, I feel you've been keeping your sorrow hidden for so long that with this solar eclipse and with the Scorpio season, this is coming to the surface and you cannot ignore it this time. You cannot sweep it under the carpet anymore. You have to sit with this energy and you have to heal yourself, my dear Geminis. And in this, you will find that, you know, even the nerdy side of you wherein you get knowledge, this time you're going to get spiritual knowledge, because this time you will learn to heal your wounds. You will learn not to run away from them or to, you know, suppress them. You will work through them. And this is what's coming to you this November. It will not be pleasant. Maybe this is what, when this is coming up, is when, you know, you're triggered in your relationships, maybe, but it doesn't matter. You owe this to yourself, okay? And with this, conclusions are within reach. I feel that this month of November, you can actually set yourself free from all this pain that you've been carrying and not showing people, all right? So this is really, it's going to be a little difficult for you, maybe more than a little difficult, but it's worth it, because you will be liberated from it and you can be your happy self once again, all right, once this is past. But this is very important, very crucial. I will be linking that video in the description box. If you feel called to, do take a look at it. If you don't feel called to, just remember that you need to work with this energy. Do not, you know, just put it aside because the energy is painful. You owe it to yourself to work through it and liberate yourself once and for all. All right? So we've come to the end of this first part of your reading. Now we're going to take out advice cards from Spirit. We'll take out one advice card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. That was a lousy shuffle. And you get Skunk Spirit, know your worth. And the number 9 could be significant to you, or the number 54. All right, I really feel this has got to do with this Three of Swords. Know your worth. You really owe yourself this. It's also got to do with this Lover's card. The whole world may tell you to take the rational or the logical, something which is safe. But if you are being told to follow your heart, know your worth, your heart, your happiness is a priority, and remember that. All right, and do work on your healing. It's very, very crucial at this time, my dear Geminis. And now I'm going to take out one card from the Soul's Journey Oracle. And you get purpose. I know what I'm here to do. This is so, so beautiful. I'm putting it right under the Lover's card. Because, you know, when you get this option, you know where you want to go. All right. And this is your divine purpose. And maybe, as I said, for a few of you, you'll even find a divine counterpart. But you need to heal first of all, and you need to follow your heart. And unless you heal, you will let people coerce you into doing the logical thing or the right thing, as they say. But you need to follow your heart and follow your life purpose, all right? Know your worth. And this will happen when you start working on your healing, all right? And it's going to happen now. With this conclusions are within reach. It's going to happen now during this Scorpio season. So don't shy away from it. Now, where is it that you're going to see maximum changes during this month of November? And you get happiness. This is again so beautiful. I think Taurians got the same thing. And yes, when you heal, you will have nothing but happiness, because you will know your worth. You will finally get to be your biggest cheerleader. You will liberate yourself from everything that's been holding you back. And that is the way air signs thrive. So this is beautiful energy. Do work on your healing. And now if there's a time-specific question on your mind, my dear Geminis, May, well, that's a wait. But end May is your season again. So maybe by your birthday season, whatever it is that you're waiting for is going to definitely come to you. All right? Anytime between now and your birthday season. And what are we looking for? Yes. And now, if there's any pressing question on your mind, anything that, you've been hoping that you get a sign from somewhere, well, the angels are getting ready to give you an answer. I'm sorry, I'm shaking your camera. I'm just reading, shaking the camera. So are you ready, my dear Geminis? The answer is not the right time. So if you've been thinking about a certain thing that you want to do, you're being told not the right time, maybe later, all right? So if you feel that, is it a good time to keep this healing for later? They say, no, not the right time to keep it under the carpet. This time, just sit with it, all right? So that's all I have for you, my dear Geminis. I hope this reading resonated, and it actually gives you some clarity as you move forward. Please do not put off your healing and follow your heart, all right? We need that chirpy energy of yours. So till we meet again at the end of November with your December predictions, do take care, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.